Gun to the back of your head, name 5 DDG songs.
Moonwalking to Calabasas, I'm Geeking, Pink Dreads, Hood Melody, and lastly, Javinci. Yes, I listen to the people I review. Let me tell you something, DDG is trash. And I don't mean as a content creator, but more so a rapper. The reason why DDG is literally doo-doo garbage is because that he's just so basic when it comes to rapping. His style, the way that he rhymes, his bars is pretty average. And I'm not gonna lie, that is the biggest criticism, and that is also probably the best thing that he has going for him, because if you replace DDG with any other rapper that is around his age or around the area that he's from, then there is literally no difference. I'm not gonna lie. But the problem is, if you're average, it's hard for, you know, people like me who consume like regular music to vouch for it, you know what I mean? And I am one of those people that can probably name 5 DDG songs because I've given his music a listen, I've given his music a try. It's just not necessarily for me, and that's okay. But when I, you know, see a lot of the discourse about his music, nobody is actually saying this is good. They're saying this is good compared to X YouTuber, X creator, X whatever. And that's not even true. There are a crap ton of YouTubers that are way better when it comes to music than him. But again, I'm only going to be talking about DDG for this video, so it's cool. If you don't know about him, DDG is a rapper that was originally a YouTuber. And this YouTuber was very big in the early days, like 2016, 2018, 2019. You might know him from a lot of his very popular beefs that he had with Soul Illuminati and a bunch of other stuff. Like he was the man of the year when it comes to vlogs and all those type of things for multiple years. He also then quit YouTube to pursue music. And in his time doing music, he actually had a pretty good run when it comes to bigger songs. He had Moonwalking to Calabasas. He had most recently, he just now had a big one with Black Boy Max, which is Pink Dreads. And that one is apparently going up for a, you know, Grammy. So that's amazing. But again, neither here nor there. He is a guy who put all his chips into being a rapper. So when he did that, he opened himself up for criticism of a person who listens to rap music. And that's why when you compare it to any other artist, his music is trash. But when it comes from a place of, oh, this is a content creator who also does music on the side, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? It's decent. And again, the main problem with DDG's music is just so formulaic. It feels like one of those, you know, it's almost like corporate rap, you feel me? And it just is boring. There's not a lot of variety when it comes to a lot of his rhyming, and you know, his production, while it's fine, it's pretty boring as well. And a lot of the music that he does make is kind of on the tip of being kind of like this like gangsta, you know, I got a lot of money, I got a lot of bitches thing, which is cool, you know what I mean? From literally any other rapper other than him, I feel like I could believe it. But again, when it comes to him, I don't know what it is. I think it's because of the perception of him being a YouTuber, because there are very few content creators that actually like make me want to be all like, I bet this person makes sense to be making music. This guy doesn't necessarily make sense to me, in my opinion, to make music and actually listen to it outside of being a fan of him already. Because before, it was all his fans checking out his music because it wasn't that bad. Like, again, there was a whole era where YouTubers were just making rap songs or making music for a really long time, and people were listening to it because, okay, I like this personality, let's see what they talking about. Oh, it's somewhat catchy, bet I'ma mess with it. And that's kind of where it stopped. But when he disses himself from being a YouTuber and say, hey, I'm gonna be more like a more rapper, then, you know, people was checking it out. But then at the same time, it was just kind of like, you know what, we gonna let it go. And then it kind of got into this like resurgence of popularity because he started doing a little bit more when it comes to streaming. He started streaming more. He became a very dominant figure inside the streaming community, and he's been able to continuously have his name in the blogs for many different reasons. One including his problems with his baby mother, which I won't get into because that is not my piece. But yeah, he's just a very interesting guy, and I feel like if he were able to be a little bit more experimental, maybe he'll be able to captivate people who are not just fans of his content. I wish him the best when it comes to music, but every single time when I check out music from him and he has a feature from this big artist or that big artist, I'm more so going on that song just to listen to whatever that big artist did to this random DDG song. And again, this is probably the sentiment that people have for a lot of different artists, but I feel like DDG is one of those artists that I feel a little weird about because he proclaims and wants to be a rapper, even though him being a YouTuber made him way more funds. And him being a streamer is also a thing that's giving him way more funds. Like he has to be one of the worst performing rappers and also one of the worst rappers in general when we're talking about throughout hip hop, you know what I mean? But hey, that might just be me. If you feel like he's pretty good or whatever, go ahead and put 5 DDG songs in the comment section. That's not Moonwalking in Calabasas, please, because God knows we heard that song already, bro.